going on, guys? Jeff back with another video. Well, I finally jumped off into the 1/12 military action figure universe. I picked up this really cool Sergeant Slaughter version 2 from the Action Force line by Bobby Valet and the amazing Valaverse. So we're going to take him back to the shop, get him out of the box, and do a really cool review of this Sergeant Slaughter figure. Alright guys, so here it is, the Action Force Sergeant Slaughter. I guess I would consider this version 2. I'm sorry if the reflection's not the greatest. I would consider this version 2 because I know when Bobby first released these on the Kickstarter, they had a earlier version of Sergeant Slaughter, which was really, really cool. Now I do apologize in this video if I say Sergeant Savage a few times because I'm working on a project with Sergeant Savage right now, and my brain's jumbled. So anyways, this is the version 2 of the Action Force Sergeant Slaughter. I'm a big fan of the Action Force line. This is the only figure that I have. I thought about getting in on the original Kickstarter, but I collect too many things, so I just like to get certain characters. And I always loved Sergeant Slaughter in the old AWA wrestling days, and then when he moved into the WWE or WWF back in the day. And then, when he was on the G.I. Joe team, which is probably, other than wrestling, is what he's most known for, Slaughter's Marauders. So I know that right now Mattel does the WWE licensing figures, and they do have a deluxe Sergeant Slaughter figure, which looks very similar to the one that was in the original G.I. Joe line that he had. And I know Bobby has the license for Sergeant Slaughter right now for his Action Force line. And I was watching the Hasbro live stream the other day, the train wreck, and I saw in the comments a lot of the guys wondering when there's going to be a Sergeant Slaughter G.I. Joe figure. Well, I don't know if they're able to do that because I'm not sure if they still have the license to do Sergeant Slaughter for those lines, but I don't know. I don't know much about that kind of stuff, but I do know that Action Force does have a Sergeant Slaughter figure, and this is a really cool figure. And the earlier version is equally as cool, so if you get a chance to find that, you can probably get it on Big Bad Toy Store, and definitely check it out. So the box and packaging for these is very nice, very indicative of a nice high-end collectible. But what the cool thing is on the back is they're actually doing file cards, which the Hasbro stuff is not, and they gave the dumbest excuse why they're not doing a file card on their 6-inch figures. And the reason that they gave, if I recall correctly, and I'm probably paraphrasing, so correct me if I'm wrong, because that Hasbro sells figures in so many different countries, they would have to print the language in all these different have to print all these different languages for the figures, which is the dumbest reason I've ever heard of. Now, apparently they don't have to do that in North America. That's why on the Walmart figures you got file cards, but I just think they're full of shit. And I think they could easily do file cards. I just don't think they choose to do it because they're Hasbro and they suck. But it's really cool. The file card on the back is really awesome. You could cut it out if you wanted to. I'm not going to get into the whole lore of the Valaverse stuff. You can look that up yourself. It's pretty awesome that he created this whole universe and got the Action Force line and Action Force name. Very, very awesome. And Bobby's a talented designer and probably one of my favorite people to follow right now on Instagram. It came with this cool instructional sheet, which a lot of these boutique collectibles come with, and how to handle your figures so you don't break them because, in the manufacturing process, I assume that there can be some tight joints during the assembly, so that's something to always keep in mind if you're going to mess with these, to try to loosen the joints with either a hairdryer or hot water. I've only done that once, I think on the Sectars figures from Zika Toys, but on the other ones I haven't done that. I just hardly ever mess with these, I just display them, so that is something to keep in mind. So, like I said, the packaging is super nice, very indicative. It's got a cool Sergeant Slaughter artwork. We've got the back with additional Valaverse figures. Tim Kennedy's figure, Duster, if you're familiar with Tim, MMA fighter. He also is a part owner of Wooby Shoes, and he does a lot of really other cool stuff. He's a nice guy to follow on Instagram. He does a lot of gun stuff. I've listened to him several times on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he's a cool dude. And I'm really pumped that they did a figure of an existing or real life character. I hope Bobby continues that, because wouldn't it be cool to have a Jocko Willink or a Pat McNamara or some of these other really famous former operators become a part of your team? Be far superior to G.I. Joe's current team, let me tell you. So anyways, like I said, the packaging is really, really cool. You even got kind of an homage to Flag Points. I mean, Bobby's taken all the cool things that made the G.I. Joe line in the 80s cool, and he's basically incorporated them into his action figure line in Action Force. So we're going to pop this guy out of the box and take a nice look at him. All right, guys, I took this guy out of the box. I'm going to go ahead and give Bobby a B+ for the being able to get the figure out of the box. Everything is really not taped in there, which is awesome. I know, I bitch about that quite a bit, and it's no big deal. I'm sure people start to roll their eyes when they hear me talk about it. So this comes with a lot of accessories, which is really cool. When you compare it to, well, we'll get into that in a second. It comes with a lot of accessories. So over here we've got the hand set, which comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different hand variations in addition to the ones that are on the figure, which is really, really cool. That's awesome. With the G.I. Joe Classified line, you don't get any hand variations, so that's really cool. It comes with this really nice and highly detailed automatic grenade launcher with a nice M4 stock on it. These are very highly detailed. I think I talked a while back on the gentleman who I think it might be MK2 Designs, who helps design the guns. I'm not sure. If you guys know out there, you can let me know. But I do follow him on Etsy. Does a really good job designing weapons. He comes with 2 different hats, which I think is really cool. It comes with the standard Sergeant Slaughter drill sergeant hat, which I'm not sure what that's called, but and it comes with this really cool Marine Corps cap, which is one of the reasons why I bought this new version of the figure, is the additional hat. And then you can see he's got his Sergeant Slaughter glasses that come, they remove. There's no easy way to do the glasses. They're kind of goofy. In most Sergeant Slaughters that we've seen, the glasses have always been molded to the face, but Bobby made them removable, which is fine. I don't mind that either. It's just they're kind of cumbersome and hard to keep on. Comes with a couple, I guess it comes with this field shirt, sleeveless field shirt, a cool backpack that plugs into his back, just like the old G.I. Joe figures. And then you can see he comes with an additional sidearm. It's a 450, I think it's a 454 Casole. I mean, I'm not really sure. Could be something different. A really nice tooled holster, which I think is awesome. Some additional detail and kitting. The standard Sergeant Slaughter style boots. A nice rig. Very nicely done, web rig, kind of like an Alice suspenders, but not really. And the face sculpt's really, really nice too. It's totally. Try to back that up, pull it in here a little more so you can see. It's totally indicative of Sergeant Savage or Sergeant Slaughter. I'm sorry if my camera's not zooming, but a very well done figure. Now the cool thing about these particular figures are they come with stands, which the G.I. Joe Classified lines don't come with. So I know that's kind of a problem for some of these 6-inch figures, is having a way to stand them up wherever you're going to display them. But just out of the box, I guess this is a glorified review and unboxing. Just out of the box, this thing's a really cool figure. I think the MSRP for it was around $32, I think. So you get all this for $32. We'll talk about the body sculpt too real quick. I don't review a lot of 6-inch figures, so it's got the butterfly joints on the shoulders. It's got a ton of articulation. It's comparable with any Marvel Legends or a G.I. Joe Classified or Star Wars Black Series figure. So just a nicely articulated and well thought out figure. And I remember when Bobby was originally doing these concepts, I'd follow him on YouTube and Instagram, and you could tell the guy's a top-notch designer, and it was too bad, things didn't work out for him at Hasbro. But what Hasbro's loss is collectors like me and everybody else out there's gains. So I think it's pretty rad. So like I said, I think the manufacturer's suggested retail price is like $32 plus shipping or whatever, and this is what you get. You get a heck of a lot more than a classified figure, which right now I think they're retailing for around $21, $22, and the price keeps rising. And you're really not getting anything better than this. You don't get a figure stand. You don't get a lot of different hand variations. The weapons are not nearly as nicely made as the Valaverse figures. And you're getting brand new, fresh characters with this line. And obviously they're compatible with the G.I. Joe Classified line too. So if you are a G.I. Joe Classified collector, this is your Sergeant Slaughter to get for your line. I like this one a lot better than Bobby's first version just because I like the kit. So, and that's the reason I got this. I'm a Sergeant Slaughter fan, and I'm also a fan of Bobby's work, and I kind of just wanted to own one figure. I contemplated getting Duster because I'm a Tim Kennedy fan, but, I don't want to get into just buying stuff because I'm a fan of somebody. If that was the case, I'd have a lot of shit I don't need. So anyways, guys, this is a real raw, simple review. I haven't seen a lot of reviews out there on these on YouTube. I've seen some creators like Analog Toys has done a very detailed review. And by the way, Tony from Analog Toys is actually a character in the Action Force line as well called Desert Rat. His figure is not available yet, but it looks really, really cool as well. And you should follow Tony on his channel because, like a lot of people our age, he's gotten out of shape and comfortable in life, and he wants to go to Joe Lana, I think, this year where these guys are going to be, and he wants to look closer to his peak physical condition Desert Rat self when he was in the SAS 10, 12 years ago. So, yeah, it's a great line. I really, really think it's going to be a really highly successful line. Bobby's very innovative. He's figured things out, and he's not playing games. He's just putting out good figures that have no, underlying motives, no social justice bullshit. Just putting out good collectibles that people want to buy, and it's a successful model. And I wish Hasbro could adopt that, but they just can't, man. Some people just can't get the hell out of their own way. So, Action Force, great line. I suggest if you're a 6-inch military figure person, buy this. Buy them all. I don't care. They're just really cool, well-made figures, and I think they're going to do big things here in the future. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Like and subscribe to the page. Hit the notification icon. Let me know if you own any of these figures and what you think of them. And in the meantime, guys, cheers.